Part 3, the final part is here. In this video, we will see how we create KPIs, key inputs and scenario. So in design mode under settings, we can find our key inputs and KPIs over here. And on the runtime mode, we will have them visible on the navigation panel. We all know how important it is to have our KPIs or key inputs during any planning task. And in ValQ, we can model them so easily and observe the impact of simulations on each of its aspects. Now let's take a look in scenario comparison. When we try to make multiple scenarios, we can actually compare them on ValQ. Whichever scenario is the best fit after simulation is displayed with a green check, and the simulation impact will also be visible like this. On the ValQ visual, let's go to settings, and in settings on navigation panel, in the interest of time, I have already created the key inputs and KPIs. So I've gotten all my necessary key inputs and I've also built KPIs. These KPIs and key inputs can be visible on nav panel as we saw in the previous slide, and we can also see the impact during scenario comparison on each one of them. Here is the nav panel view of our key inputs and KPIs. Looks pretty beautiful. It's instant and available on fly. Now talking about scenario comparison, it's on nav panel on the top part. By clicking a plus we can create, and by editing it we can actually write the title of each scenario. So in the interest of time, I have created 3 scenarios. First being the original baseline, which cannot be changed. I'm not changing it. Second is a promote discount and partner incentive, where I will increase the promote discount and quantity and also increase the partner incentive to support higher quantities. And in cost of goods reduction, the third scenario where cost impact is reduced, that means COGS, cost of goods sold, will be reduced and the quantity demand will be increased. So let's use ValQ and take a look at our demand plan, which best fits our organizational code. Here we are on scenario 2. Let's go to perfumes, directly jump onto the tree structure, increase the promo discount and also increase the quantities a little bit. Then move to travel gears. Again, simulate and increase promo discount and the reciprocal effect on demand quantity for travel gears. Moving on to skincare. Let's repeat the task, this time a little higher, and the quantities, let's take it to somewhere between 15 to 20%. So let me keep it 14%. Okay, that's fine. Now sportswear, the final product category or product, promo discount. Probably this is a most running item, so won't increase much of promo discount, but yeah, quantity demand can be increased to 10%. Now in my third scenario, which is on cost, which is an expense driver or factor of expenditure, I will go to COGS. 30% on retail price is my COGS. I'll just reduce that a little bit. So it's 27.9% now. Now let me look at my top node. In the third scenario, I'm 7% better, and in my second scenario, you can see I'm 9% better. So it seems that my second scenario is fruitful. When I click on scenario comparison, yeah, it shows that my second scenario is favorable for my business. These are the 3 scenarios: original, baseline, second scenario, and third. So you can see each aspect of KPI and key input is visible here with a change post simulation. I'll exit this now, and I'll use this report share it on Power BI services so that I can share it with my teammates. So in Power BI service ecosystem, under reports, you will find your report here. Getting inside, one thing was missed, which we'll do now. So we have to increase the partner incentive on the second scenario, and I think on the third scenario we will have to increase the quantities of demand. So why I purposely missed is because I wanted to share that even on Power BI services we can actually continue working on simulations and keep changing the simulation impact. So I'm increasing my quantities for a couple of product groups in the third scenario, and let's see my net profit, which is my top node. Yeah, it's still better. The best part is I can see the details of every node. So let me just keep it on full screen mode. So here I can have a look at all the aspects of my node, the trend of the node, the variance, and I can get into the trend of the children node. So my key deliverables for the children of my top node net profit, and I can see the changes and the impact on each one of them when I scroll down this part. Let me also take a look at the second scenario, jump onto my product category perform and see the variance, my simulation month, baseline compared to comparison, original baseline, and the variance in absolute as well as in percentage is available. The trend of the children nodes to perfumes is also visible here, which we saw in my net profit top node as well. When I hover over, I can see the change impact. It's very intuitive, easy to understand. I'll just escape the full screen mode. And now I can see the scenarios which best fits the organization. So in perfumes, I can see that even now the second scenario is still a better one. I can download this in Excel, selecting my scenario or maybe all scenarios and all nodes. When I download the Excel file of my scenario, I can see that my nodes, my post simulation values, my baseline, that is my forecast value, and my comparison, which is my budget value, is there, and even my baseline YTD is appearing here. So now if I want to share the demand quantities with my planning team or the production side, I can just select them, filtering them out and share the requisite information with my plant so that they can capture the demand quantities for promotional period. That's it. Thank you very much for watching. Keep watching this space for more. That brings us to the end of ValQ for demand planning.